Well, good afternoon again, precious friends. I guess it's time for another rant. Have you heard of the power of positive thinking? Probably. Well, if you're like me, you have struggled with the tendency to focus on the negative. You might be hard on yourself because you've made mistakes, or just kind of feel like a failure because you're not cheerful enough, or you have difficulty seeing the bright side of things. It can be especially frustrating when you're in that space to have to listen to people, well-meaning people, spout platitudes like, oh, just focus on what you have instead of what you lack, or, count your blessings, or just let it go. It can especially be frustrating when it feels like you haven't got a whole lot that's positive to focus on to begin with. You might feel like if it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. You might feel like there must be something wrong with you. Not only are you feeling negative then, but you might also feel stuck. Like you couldn't drag up a positive feeling even to save your life. And then you feel guilty on top of it. It's tempting to throw up your hands and think, oh, I'm just negative and there's nothing I can do about it. And that just makes you feel worse. Nothing helps, nothing changes. And then you just end up getting mad at the people who are trying to cheer you up. And then things just get darker. Well, friends, I want you to know something that really helped me. Did you know that the tendency to focus on the negative, to notice things that are going wrong rather than things that are going right, is actually hardwired into your brain? Yeah. Your negative attitude is actually normal. It's actually a survival mechanism to be more attentive to what's going wrong than what's going right. You can think of it this way. If you're a human being living in a primitive environment, there could be danger lurking behind any bush or boulder. Who do you think is going to live longer and have a better chance of passing on their genes? The person who is cautious and on guard, or the person who's just not paying any attention to potential dangers because it's preferable to pay attention to the sunshine and rainbows? What I'm trying to say is that your negative mindset is actually your brain trying to take care of you. Humanity's been living in relative safety and comfort for actually an incredibly short period of time, evolutionarily speaking. We're still very poorly adapted to modernity, as a matter of fact. Now, I'm not saying that you're doomed to be a miserable Debbie Downer for the rest of your life. But neither am I saying that in order to be happy or successful, you need to aspire to be cheerful all the time. What I am saying is that you're not broken because you have periods of negativity, even long periods of negativity. I believe that positive thinking has become somewhat of a religion in our culture. Negative thinking is kind of a sin, and you ought to feel guilty about it. And it may mean that there's something wrong or failed in us, and we need to be saved from it. Well, if you can accept that periods of negativity are normal, then you can begin to accept that it's okay not to be okay. And then you can begin to let go of any fear that there's something wrong or broken inside you. And you can reject the pressure that you should cheer up. Is it possible to regain your positivity? Absolutely. But it might surprise you to learn that the first step to regaining your positivity may simply be to embrace the idea that it is okay for you to not be okay. If you're not okay, you don't have to pressure yourself to be okay. And you don't have to let anyone else pressure you either. Accepting that you're not okay is not the same thing as giving up. It's simply that you can't learn to get where you want to go without understanding the reality of where you are right now. So today, my friend, if you are not okay, my prayer for you is that you can understand and accept that there are honest, genuine reasons why you're not okay, and that you'll have compassion on yourself. You are where you are, and embracing that will enable you to take the first steps out of the darkness. So, as I said, is it possible to get your positivity back? Absolutely yes. But maybe you don't need to think about all that just yet. Maybe right now, all you need to think about is having compassion on yourself, accepting where you are. Just think about that, my friend. And I promise we will talk again very soon. I wish you peace, love, and meat. Bye.